All right, stay right there, baby girl. Right back, okay? Right back. All right, guys. So what we got going on over here is boo-boo engine. So as you saw, we found antifreeze in the oil pan, which could have been from sitting for many years, and it seeped past the O-rings, which according to AI, which okay, only take for granted, it is possible to happen without it being catastrophically bad. So what we're gonna do is we're going to get these fittings. I'm gonna make something work just to get these things sealed up and everything. Get the under pipe connected, get the upper pipe connected here, and then basically make sure all the coolant is all sealed. And we're gonna pressure test this engine and see, you know, what's happening, and hopefully it passes a pressure test on the system. If it doesn't pass, that means we gotta rebuild this whole engine. So $13,000 down the drain. Well, not down the drain. We got a good block. We're a better block than what we have, but we're gonna add another $8,000 to $12,000 on top of this, because the kit's between $4,000 to $8,000. Then $2,000 in specialty tools. Because I'm not paying someone to do this. You're gonna spend possibly $3,000 to $10,000 on labor to do this engine. So you're better off doing it yourself if you know how, if you can do it. So that's what we're gonna do if we have to. But we're gonna hope for the best. Do a test. If it just makes it by the test, what we'll do, we'll run the engine. Hopefully the heat will either set the seals or destroy the seals. We won't know, but we'll get there when we get there, and hopefully we'll be good to go soon. Hopefully. Scary. All right, so the idea right now is we're gonna clog the hose with this one. So this one we're gonna put actually in one of the pipes coming down, close it up with this so it's capped. Same thing with that up there, into actually that thing right here. We're gonna screw this into the block with the new O-ring I put in it. Then this is gonna go into here and clog it up. And then we got this connector here, which is gonna go into where that other line we're clogging up will go into, which is gonna be right behind there, which is, there goes the tool, which is that thing right there. It's gonna go right into there. This I gotta take apart, but I'm gonna screw this in and reconnect all this stuff here. So that's 2 plugs. And then for the last one is basically just these 2 here together, which takes over and put this plug back into the block up there, where this will seal it. And then we're gonna put this back in to zip that in there, and then we're good to go on that part. Alright, that's tightened up. And we're just gonna get the plug in there. First though, we gotta put some of this thread sealant stuff on. Alright, gotta tighten up that a little bit, and then we're good to go. Got that tightened up now. Alright, so I got these all connected here. I got this connected, that blocked off. This is actually blocked off. I have it turned, so this is actually blocking the flow. The pipe actually goes up to the heater core, which doesn't even do anything right now because it's cut. So I believe this actually has like two things on this truck. I believe it has a heater core back here, and I'm assuming there's a heater core back in this door here, which a heater back here, I'm assuming. I would assume, because there's no reason for another fan back here and stuff. I don't know if there's a fan. There might be a fan. I don't even know how the vents work in this thing, but I really don't know. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I don't know. It's in there though. So I'm assuming there's a heater back there. Jesus Christ. Oh. So, trying to get out of this thing. Hobbling all down. All right. So, yeah. So I'm gonna start zip tying some of these things up. Zip tie this. Oh wait, no, I don't want to zip ties just yet, because some of these wires are gonna get rearranged. Actually, all these things are gonna get lifted up. that big pipe over there is gonna go underneath all these pipes here. I gotta get that one attached actually real quick. Just drag that onto there. Take this. Actually, you know what? Nah, I shouldn't affect it. I was gonna wait, but you know, I should be able to just lift it. So in that, I think we have pretty much everything hooked up besides the intake manifold. So like I said, we're not gonna hear this thing run because we can't get an intake manifold right now. We gotta wait till Monday, today's Saturday, as of I'm recording this. This side of the engine, I think, like I said, I gotta put the fuel system in yet, but I'm not gonna put the fuel system in yet until, I'm not even gonna touch the fuel system yet until I can know that the engine does not need to be rebuilt, because I would only be taking it back out. I'm already gonna be taking half the stuff back out as it is, so. I'm not, well, if we are, I hope we're not. I hope this test comes back good. Like, you know, it's just, all right, it's just from, you know, heat changes, heat, cold, hot, cold. Because they do say, all right, actually, I don't think I ever give you guys a breakdown of this. I think I may have said in the beginning video, but yeah, so there is antifreeze in the oil. So, like I said, there is milkiness in here. Now, this could be condensation mainly, but if you look closely, see like that little dot like right there? That is antifreeze, actually. Like I said, that's all water actually. Like this is all water. If you put your finger in there and taste it, it does taste antifreezy, but if you touch those spots, it tastes antifreezy. So I'm assuming it's hopefully just water mainly mixed into this oil, and that's hopefully all it is. It's condensation built up from all over the years of sitting. And then these droplets here are just from 10 plus years, 15 years of just sitting around. Because technically I said, I'm taking this as, hey, they said it's 400-mile motor. So that means that the motor really didn't run much until I'm assuming the truck got totaled. Then the engine sat somewhere for 10 plus years. And like I said, I think it might have 40,000 miles on it. That's my opinion. I think they just took really good care of the motor for the life they had it for. Because there is some carbon deposits all inside there. So it's like, you know, you wouldn't get that with 400. I could see that maybe with 40, you know, just being a diesel and the way they have these systems working. But with that being said though, I just really want, we gotta drop this oil pan as well. I'm gonna do that with my dad because it's a big oil pan. It's really not fun to do by yourself. But, so it's easier if you have someone to help you out, you know, make your life a little easy, you know, don't make your life totally hard. Actually, I may just drop it real quick. Nah, I'll just wait because I like to keep it sealed up as much as possible. But what I'm gonna do now, I think until he gets back, when he has a tester and some clamps I need, we'll clean this table up and get situated a little bit more. All right, so we got our test kit here. So I got a little lid here. I don't know exactly how this works. I'm assuming this probably pops it through here, hopefully. The way it looks. We'll figure that part out in a second, but I want to see if this lid fits up here. Looks like it's gonna fit. Ugh. I don't know. Oh, okay. I think about big trucks. Gotta climb up. Yeah, climb up to them. Come on. There we go. Right, that looks about right. There's only so many generic. Oh, okay, I need 2 hands for this. There we go. Oh boy. Okay, I think that might be sealing. I'm not sure. We'll use a tester. Does this just go right into here? Yes. Okay. All right, and then we got a little gauge. So let's give this a shot.
I mean, the sleeves look new.
Daddy, everything looks new. It doesn't matter how new it looks. I don't know, maybe they rebuilt the engine. Maybe that's why there's a little antifreeze, because maybe when they were doing things it seeded itself, or I don't know. Three.
Okay. P5 up.
I'm almost at 5. Alright, we're gonna let that sit like that. I probably did about 200, a lot of pumps on that thing, so we're gonna let that sit there. Hopefully it doesn't go below that. I'm also just giving this thing a little bit of a break. Let that go, see how much I move that, decrease it or not. The doctor is in the house. What?
I hate to say it, but your time is up.
Why?
It's 3 o'clock.
Is it?
Yes.
Alright, well, hold on. I told her I was leaving.
You what?
I told her I was leaving in a half hour to an hour. So, 3:30 is my...
No, you gotta take a shower.
Oh, where's my ratchet?
Just gave it to you.
I mean, shut up, I'm just talking to myself here. Just talk to myself. Yelling at myself. I think what I want to do too is, so if we don't see anything right now, if I can't see anything else after this, well, I want to put antifreeze in it first, get the antifreeze situated.
That's even one thing, but the problem is when you have your valves and the
I know, I'm saying, well, let's see, let's just take a little by little. Because either way, this truck's not running this weekend.
I know it's not.
So, if we can put antifreeze in this and then test it, you know, that way, just like this, but with the fluid in it, then let's do it. You know, but but you know, the only reason why we did it this way, because you didn't want to waste antifreeze if there was a major leak.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think we should place this host though. I'll price it, but we don't have to go. We don't have to go there for it. Just I took a picture of the stage. You're the nurse. You gotta check his vitals.
Shut up.
Shout out the doctor, not a nurse. Alright, day 3 on Sunday now. Fit over it?
I just want to clean one end.
Oh, okay. Looks like a healthier pipe at least.
What's that?
Looks healthier at least. I'm probably gonna put 4 clamps on that thing.
Say what?
I'm probably gonna give you 2 other clamps to extra. Just to double clamp it. Just to really, I don't know. Why the other clamps? Why the other clamps? What happened to the other clamps? Alright, we had 4 clamps. Where'd they all go? I'm opening the thing up so you know. Oh. Coming back. There you go. I was gonna try to double clamp it maybe just in case. Get it double clamped. What? There isn't none?
The nut's here. That's here.
Oh, alright. Well, that's fine then. No, I thought there was more room. Alright. Don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it. Alright, this is Sunday now, guys, so we got the pipe in. We got the new hose connected. That actually looks much better than the other one did. The other one was crappy as hell, so we're gonna retest it, get the pressure going. We're gonna retest everything. Hopefully we have no leaks, and then we'll see how it will let it sit for like, you know, 10-15 minutes. See if it drops. Does it drop much, or if it doesn't drop at all? Put some antifreeze in, test it that way, and then after that, we're all good. Oil goes into the oil pan. Go ahead, compressor boy.
You lost it.
I never see no badness.
What?
So I never see something. Flashlight. Wait, we might be okay. Come from up, not in the engine yet.
Where's that leak coming from?
Side of the engine somewhere.
Was that?
Side of the engine somewhere. Where? I'll find it. Where? Hopefully. Not here, not here. Where? Oh, just dropped again.
Right, hold on.
No, I know, I see it. That hose, right? That fitting, right?
This way.
Which one?
It's right here.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, well, that's not the end of the world. Alright, well, that's...
We found a leak.
We found a leak. That's better. I don't like where it's at, but...
I don't know how crappy it looks.
I don't care about that.
Is that the cooler for turbo?
Yeah, that cools the turbo. Goes into the turbo right here and cools it. Alright, well, we'll just check the engine bay as while we're there. I saw a drip and I was like, that's not good. That's I couldn't tell if it was coming from under the engine or...
It looks center, but...
I'd say it looked like it was a little over, but it looked center at the same time. Alright, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I did not want that in my hair, damn it. I'm talking to myself here. Oh, thank God. Alright, it's just that one leak, which I'll figure out how that comes apart. I think the last time I tried to take that apart, I ripped the hose apart though. That's the only thing, because there's not very much room to work with it. But I'll take that leak over the other leak. So we'll just have to figure out how this seals up. Yeah, that we have 2 leaks actually, but the other leak is actually my own creation. It's leaking out of here. But that's not a big deal.